Shakar Allah, Yahweh, Ahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bracket the Howell, Bracket the Howell Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone that teaches truth, the 100% truth according to the Bible. Do a quick lesson. Kind of taking a break from my studies and I kind of get into TV a little bit and wanted to just kind of watch some stuff that's on regular channels. And one of the things I stopped at was one of these crime shows where, they talk about some of the murders and stuff that go on, and they kind of have the detectives give a breakdown in the timeline of the events and how it happened. Well, it's one particular crime show, and pretty much they all follow the same pattern. And the suspect is always Jake. Jake is always the one that's doing all these crimes and all these killings and murders, and he's a psychopathic serial killer and all that. It's all Jake. Now, I done watched about 4 episodes, but they're doing like breakdown of about 2 different crime scenes of each one. So you're talking about or 3 different crime scenes of each one. So you're talking about at least 12 crime scenes, 12 individual crime scenes. And in each one, every one of them is all Jake's now. Now, you watch any of these crime shows, always going to be Jake. Jake's going to always be the main ones. He's going to always be, if they do 3 or 4 crime scenes, or if they do, you happen to watch a barrage of them, 9 out of 10 is going to be Jake's. 9 out of the 10s are the ones that's doing the killing or the murder is going to be Jake's. Now, all these Edomites out here, serial killers, they kill like it ain't nothing. All the murders that they do, all the butchering that they've been doing for so long over the years, here they always put portray Jake as the forefront of it all, man. And it's the image that they put out to the world. And it's the image that they feed to you Jakes, man. So it gives you a self-hating image that, we all bad and we all fucked up. Don't get me wrong, Jake is in a fucked up state. But a lot of it's orchestrated by these devils, man. Majority is orchestrated by these devils. Most crimes Jake usually culpable of is just crimes of crime out of need of resources, where Jake would go in and try to rob something. Somebody walk in on him, he'll end up, shooting them or murdering them. But this is done by design, man. It's to create a negative image on you Jakes, man. And they've been doing this shit since the beginning. Now, let's go back all the way back to 1912, and if you can get into well, before I go there, because I'm gonna pull it up, let me hit this precept real quick. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And one of his main devices, man, is the spirit of deception that he used and pull over our people and really over the whole world, to deceive the world and put up an image of who the bad guy is. And 9 times out of 10, the bad guy's gonna be you Jakes, man, you so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Americans. But the main ones they go after is Judah, the top tribe, man, you Judites, you so-called blacks, man. And it's frustrating to watch because these devils commit way more crime than what we do. We're only 13%, maybe 17% of the population. But yet you find Jakes, they filling up more of the prison houses with. And a lot of these Edomites, man, when they commit the same crime, they don't get the same, sympathy in the courthouses when you go to courthouse, when you go to court, when you go to face those judges. Damn. Salaka. Jake don't get the same amount of compassion when he goes before a judge, and when it comes down to sentencing, you know, it's very lopsided, because when Jake go to face a judge for sometime of the simplest thing, you know, they lock Jake up, you know. So Jake make up probably, I think 80. Let's see what the percentage of Jake's in the correction system. I'm just going off the spirit, man. I was just watching, like I said, watching a barrage of these things, man, and all of them are goddamn Jakes, man. You would think Jake's is like 90% of the population, and Jake commit 100% of the damn crimes, man. All that shit these devils be doing, and murdering and shit that they do. And then when they do put an Edomite up there, they're gonna break it down of why he was where he was, because his mother abused him, and you know, it's give a sympathetic ear to these Edomites. But you Jakes, man, you get none of that. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Okay, I just went over that. Let me see. Okay, so we make up 13. They say 13% of the population, but it might be a little more than that. 32% of the U.S. population is represented by African Americans and Hispanics, compared to 50% of the U.S. incarcerated population being represented by African. And like I said, most Jake's crimes, you know, most on the past, you know, were usually crimes of robbery or burglary or something of that nature. But here recently, like I said, they've been pushing the gang culture on our people and stuff like that. Jake, you know, has been wilding out. Plus, they got the broken home epidemic, where a single mother raised homes, and you know, a lot of these Jakes have been going off from that point. And you gotta watch these devils, man, because they'll play around with the numbers too. But Jake, you're always one that's going to be highlighted as being the ravaging beast, man. And this goes all the way back to Birth of a Nation, man. That was a film that the white supremacists came up with in 1915, you know, and in the film, it portrays Jake as a murdering rapist that's going, you know, raping these white women, and therefore it could stir up the emotions of these Peckerwoods, man. These goddamn these Edomites. Let me see if I can find an image from the movie. You know, that's kind of like the birth of the Klan, and this is one of the images that they was giving you. That they got a white Edomite in blackface, and he's portraying as a Jake. He goes out here and supposedly rape a white woman, and then then he murders her. So it stirs up the crowd, and they go after, put their hoods on, and they go after and hunt this Jake down. And I'm not sure how the rest of the movie went, but sort of like the birth of the Klan. And right after then, that's when we had the Bloody Summer, because it stirs up that rage, in these Edomites. It don't take much anyhow, for them to. They always looking for an excuse. They was always looking for an excuse to go after you, Jakes. So they have to create an image. Call it the Red Summer of 1919. Now, mind you, the movie came out in 1915, and so the 1919 they come up. That was when they had the Red Summer. They went through all these black townships, man, and looked for. They didn't have to have a reason, man, and just started murdering you, Jakes, man. Men, women, and children. It didn't matter. They was burning the houses down, burning the township down. They were lynching Jakes, dragging them through town. They was having big events. When they would start lynching these Jakes, man, and they'd bring the whole family out to watch. And but like I said, this starts at the top, man. They was created this image and created this hatred, and all it took for them to do that to stir up these Edomites to go out there and just start butchering on you Jakes, man. And don't get me wrong, a lot of Jakes fought back, but it's just not our time, man. And that's part of our punishment too, what we're going through for going off. Lord, allow these devils to do what they do to us, man. And the same thing is going on now. They pushing this agenda, man. They pushing it through the movies. And you got to think about it, in Hollywood, they show no positive images of you blacks, man. You so-called black, Hispanics, and Native American. Everything is always negative. So imagine what the mindset is going to push on the populace of people. And even around the world, if this is all they see, it's just a degeneracy type of behavior. And, like say they had the Camilla, running for president. They brought Meg Thee Stallion and the Migos up there, or whatever his name was, Quavo. They up there thotting and popping and twerking, and this image they portray of us like we damn natural brute beasts, in which a lot of our people, 2/3, have become. And so they pushing this image out there, which they created, and then and it's just stirring up, this hatred for Jake. So once shit start popping off, man, because they're gonna set it up again like it was in the Bloody Summer. It's gonna be a time of Jacob's trouble, a time like never before. You think 1919 was bad? Wait till the Lord stirred the pot up this time. Allow these devils to do, and they done brought all these migrants over here, and Jake done sit there and watch these migrants being put up in hotels and nice hotels, and given a stimulus check, given a debit card, and being fed good. And Jake is out here struggling just to make ends meet with the high ass inflation and those who are working. So it's just going to create that powder keg, man. And all it's going to take for a little match to set it off. That's what these devils want, because they're going to create order out of chaos. That's when they come in with these draconian laws and going to force you Jakes into that MOTB. A lot of you Jakes going to submit because you fall right into the trap. But, I just want to kind of hit that. Just watching it, it's vexing as hell. You see what these devils are trying to pull. You see the play. And the Lord allow us to be able to see what these devils are trying to do. He's going to warn his people, his elect. We can see through it. Let me find one more precept real quick. Surely there is no enchanting against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath God wrought? So we can see the enchantment that's going on, that's being pulled on our people. We can see the play before it happened. 2/3 of our Jake can't see it, they go along with it. And like I said, this imagery that they push on you Jakes, man, it's starting to manifest. And you see this generation of kids that's coming out now, man. They turning into monsters, man. and Esau, Edom helped create and perpetuate this this monster, man, that he created, this nigga, this new nigga on the earth. So that being said, man, I just want to kind of hit that while I was in the spirit, like it says, watching that, and we have to be well aware, man. Be very circumspect in these times, because shit may jump off at any time. So with that, say shalom.